So we're just gonna start with a rotational lunge. So that's just gonna look like a reverse lunge with rotation, and just go ahead and start with me once you feel ready. We're just gonna go for about 30 seconds, and I'm just gonna do everything with you guys, because then I get a little workout and you can take a look up here just to see what's happening. So just step back into your lunge and rotate, make it 2 separate moves so that you get that rotation in your thoracic spine without hurting your low back, your lumbar spine. Good, let's go one more. And then we're gonna walk out into a plank position. So you can just step back or walk to a plank here. And you're just gonna go little press back, shoot forward, chevrons, starting to heat up your quads and your glutes, your core and your shoulders. And just keep on moving here. Got about 10 seconds left. And then in about 4 or 5 seconds, we'll come up. If you have a band, you'll grab your band and put that guy above your knees. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. But we're gonna come on down and just go into our glute bridges. So again, about 30 seconds, band or no band is fine. Go ahead and start no matter what you have on there. If you're finding that it's just taking too long to get the band on, just don't worry about it. It's just a warm up. This band is just kind of big, so it's easy to slide on. So you're just starting to turn on your glutes. Got about 10 more seconds. Now, if you have your band on, you can keep it on, and we're gonna come all the way up to standing. So make your way up to standing, and we're just gonna start with our squats. So just about 30 seconds of squats. If you've got that band on, really press against the resistance of the band. Stick with it. Just trying to make sure nobody else is trying to get in here. Stay with those squats. Just a few more seconds. And then we're gonna slide the band off, and we're just gonna go into our alternating lateral lunge. So go ahead and start where you have space, and you're just gonna go side to side. I want you to really think about shooting your sit bones back towards where the imaginary walls meet. So like towards a corner. They're not shooting right back behind you. A little bit of an angle. Try to get a nice little inner thigh stretch. We'll just go for about 10 more seconds. And then we're just gonna go into our reverse. Actually, let's do a forward lunge. So step forward into your lunge and back, because we did that other lunge with the T-spine twist as a reverse lunge. So we're gonna go through all of this again, but we'll add a little bit of weight to some of the moves. We'll be here for about 15 more seconds. And then if you've got weights, you're gonna grab just one. We don't need to go heavy or anything. All right, go ahead and rest for a second. And then if you have weight, just grab one weight. One dumbbell is fine, or one, whatever you have is fine. And we're gonna go back into our reverse lunge with rotation, this time with weight. So really be aware of that rotation coming from the upper back, all right? It's like you're rolling your rib cage around your midline. So go ahead and start, hold your weight, step back lunge and twist. If you don't have weight, it's fine. You don't have to have it. About 15 more seconds. It's not about speed, it's really about form and functional movement. Let's go for about 5 more seconds. Good. And then we'll come on down and we're gonna go into our plank and then those chevrons. So here, and maybe you start to pick up your pace. Think about doming the upper back when you come forward, just to keep your core nice and engaged. If you come forward and you drop into your low back, you can start to create a little bit of low back pain. Let's go for 10 more seconds. 5, 3, and done. Come on down to the ground, and you've got your glute bridge. So band or no band, I'll give you a minute. And all of this is just to get warm. It doesn't matter if we're all doing the same amount or anything. So go ahead and start with your glute bridges. Press that band away. Activate your glutes. Little tuck of the tailbone when you lift yourself up. Just starting to fire everything up. We're halfway. And then from here, in about 10 seconds, we're going to come up and go into our squats, but we'll grab a weight. So we have a little bit of weight for that second round of squats. Good. Go ahead, make your way up. If you have to take the band off to get up, that's fine. But this time, grab your weight. Again, it doesn't need to be heavy, whatever you have, and just go ahead and start once you get there. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Activate everything here. After this, in about 10 seconds, we're gonna go lateral lunge, but you're gonna keep your weight. A couple more seconds left. And done. Good, take the band off if you have a band. I like that pink one because you can just see it. And then we're gonna go into our laterals, alternating lateral lunges, 30 seconds. You've got your weight here. Try to keep your chest lifted. This is a move that might feel a little bit awkward, but really try to stay upright. If the weight's too heavy and it's pulling you over, drop the weight. 10 seconds left. Good, and then we're gonna go forward lunges. Keep your weight, practice your balance. Recognize, is a forward lunge or a reverse lunge more challenging for you? For me, it's definitely a forward lunge. It's the one that I don't do as often. 8 seconds. Good, all right. We're gonna go one more set of all of that, and then we will move on. So you're gonna keep your weight, and you're gonna go into your reverse lunge with a T-spine twist, all right? So weight again, 30 seconds, reverse lunge, get that rotation, stay up tall. Maybe touch your back foot down because you're nice and warm now. Go for a little bit more mobility. You don't need to pick up your pace. We have time to get our heart rate up in the next little circuit. From here, we're gonna go back down to our plank. Good, last one. Plank, chevrons. So come on down. If you don't like chevrons, hold your plank. This really gets everything fired up though. Push into those palms. Shoot those sit bones back towards your heels. Try to get your core active. Squeeze your glutes at the top if you can. About 10 more seconds. 5, 3, and done. Come on down. Grab your band if you have your band. This time, grab your weight. We're gonna go 30 seconds of a weighted glute bridge. So get that weight up on your hips and go ahead and go. 30 seconds. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Up we go. And we're into our squats. So grab your weight, keep the band if you have it, and squats. This is where you can get those glutes nice and active. Don't forget to breathe. Halfway. We're gonna go lateral in about 5 seconds. Good. Go ahead, take that band off. Reset if you need to. We've got about 10 seconds. My pants are falling down here. And alternating lateral, here we go. 30 seconds. See if you can go for a little bit more depth in that lateral lunge. Perfect. Halfway. Ten seconds left. 5, 3, 2, forward lunge. Last round. Here we go. You're already 8 seconds in. Chest stays lifted, core stays strong. Balance, nice and stable. 10 seconds left. And done. All right, put that weight down. We are gonna pick up the pace here. So we've got, I think we're just gonna do 2 circuits of just a higher intensity heart rate. Only one, actually 2 of the things have weights that we'll use. So maybe put your set in front of you so you can grab them when you need them. But if you don't have weights, that's fine. If you have a band, there's parts of this you can use a band for. So the first 30 seconds, and I want you to work at your own pace, the first 30 seconds is a jump switch. Jump switch is down here. You're gonna plank and you're gonna step forward into a lunge. Now, maybe for you today, you just go plank and you switch. And maybe that's enough, okay? Especially if you have tight hips or sore wrists. Otherwise, we're gonna turn this into a jump where we're lifting our hips and getting that jump, all right? So optional. From there, we're gonna go into mountain climbers. That can be here, like so, or you pick up your pace and you're going mountain climbers. From there, we're gonna flip over. This is where you'll get your weight. If you don't have weights, but you have a band, you can use your band. And again, I'll do all of this with you. You're gonna go 30 seconds of just pulses up here. So glutes, pulsing, 30 seconds. We'll come up from that, and we're gonna go into a weighted squat jump here, like so, or here, like so. So really just meant to get your heart rate up. If you don't want weight, don't use weight. A jump is enough. Finally, actually 2 more things. Skaters. So here we've got our lateral move that we did in the warm-up, but you're working on a little bit more balance. And then lastly, we've got our jump lunge. Now, if the jump lunge doesn't work for you, you're just gonna go alternating lunge. You might switch to that after a couple jumps, okay? So it's really anything goes. I'm gonna do it with you, just follow along so that you don't have to remember all that stuff. And I think we're just gonna go through it twice so we can get to the big piece of the workout. So let's go ahead and start with our jump switches or alternating low lunge, all right? So go ahead and start in plank, and you're either here, just kind of getting into those hips, or you can add the jump. Maybe you just do 2 jumps and then you rest. 30 seconds is a long time to do this. It's meant to get your heart rate up, lift your hips, lift your pelvis, so you can get those legs all the way through. All right, rest for a second. You're gonna get ready to go into your mountain climbers and go. So you're either quick or just a slower controlled knee to tricep, both are fine. 1, we'll just get the heart rate up a little bit more. Ten, 5, 3, done. On your back you go. Pulses for 30 seconds. So grab a weight or grab a band if you don't have a weight. Lift and just pulse. So really pushing into those heels, squeezing your butt at the top. Hamstrings will start to talk. You're just about halfway. About 5 more seconds. And done. Good. Squat jumps. Come on up. You decide, do you want weight or not? It's your choice, but you're on for 30. If you're not jumping, you're just here, okay? You're moving at pace. Otherwise, the jump can be added in. Maybe do like 3 or 4 jumps and then just squat. Try to let your arms just relax. 10 seconds left. Again, if you're not jumping, you're staying at pace with your squats. And you are done. Skaters, right on into them. Here, unweighted, lateral movement. Try to get low when you land so that you can get those glutes to support you. About 12 seconds left. And done. Alternating lunges or jump lunges. You're on here, here. Maybe you do 4, and then you just do 4 regular. All right, go at your own pace with what feels good with your body. If you're jumping, don't lose control. 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Grab a sip of water. We're gonna go through this one more time, okay? Walk it off for a second. Heart rate is up. Grab a quick sip. Okay, let's get ready. Jump switches on the ground and go. You're on. Take it at your own pace. Again, if jumping doesn't feel good, just alternate. Go for a deeper lunge. It's totally your workout, your choice. Rest for a second. Mountain climbers are coming your way. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Need a tricep is fine. Five, 3, done. Woo. Glute bridge pulses. On your back with your weight, you're gonna stay elevated and pulse in 2, 1, go. Just stay up and pulse. I'm not worrying about the band, I'm just pulsing. I am imagining that I have a band on and I'm really pressing my legs kind of wide to get my glutes to turn on. You can play with, excuse me, how big or how small you pulse. And down you go. Make your way up to standing. And we've got our squat jumps with the weight. Again, you can just squat at pace or you can jump. It's completely up to you. Get ready and go. Soft landing, chest stays lifted wherever you are. If you just want to squat jump without weight, you can be here. Totally fine. The weight is just an added challenge. Holy legs. 10, 5, and done. Skaters and jump lunges are coming up. I'm going to give you a little rest. 5 more seconds. And then we've got skaters, go. See if you can get bigger and lower. Over halfway. 5. And done. Jump lunges or alternating lunge. We're going to give you a couple of seconds to recover. And we're going to start in 5, 3, 2, go. Jump or alternate. Maybe jump like 4 or 6 and then slow it down if that's what your body wants. Either way. Heart rate is up. 5. Done. Whew. All right. Nice work. So we're going to stop there. We're just going to go 2 sets of that. And we're going to move into our circuit. So the circuit consists of 2 exercises. One is a compound exercise, meaning you're going to do more than one move. One is isolated. That's not the same for every single circuit, but it is for this one. So the first exercise is 10 tricep extensions. Now, if you have weights, you're going to be here in a little bent over position, and you're extending. These are 12 and a half, and I feel like this is my edge. So if you have light weights at home, that's great. Tricep extension, you don't want to go heavy because you're going to lose your form and you're really just not going to get that engagement of the triceps. I'm probably going to use 10s for this. So it's a little bent over position and you're squeezing your triceps. It's not a row, it's a tricep extension. 10 of those. Then you're going into a curl, clean, and squat. So it's kind of a bigger move. It's going to get your heart rate up a little bit more. You'll get your weights. If you don't have weights, it doesn't matter. You don't need weights. But I'll show you with weights. So I'm here. I'm going to go curl. I've already cleaned it up to my shoulders and squat. But I want to make that a little quicker. Curl, squat. So I'm getting some legs and some squatting action. This is one where if you have heavier weights, it's easier to go heavier because you're using the momentum of your body. But use what you've got. If you have only like a band, you could absolutely do a band row and a squat, easy. You just stand on your band and you're gonna go curl, squat, release. The band's just kind of getting in your way, okay? So those are your options, weights, bands, or body weight. If you're doing body weight, you're just here, squeeze your biceps, squat. All right, so you're just kind of playing with whatever you've got. 3 minutes. So you're just gonna do as many rounds as possible for 3 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna do it with you, so you don't need to worry about like time or what you're doing. I will guide you through it. And remember, if you have heavier weights for the squat, you can do that. So let's go ahead and grab our lighter weights. If we have no weights or cans, that's fine too. 10 tricep extensions here. Really squeeze, slow it down. Don't rush through these. You want those triceps to start to cook. It's hard to work triceps. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you'll put them down, or you'll use those same weights, or you get your band or whatever you've got. I'm gonna up my weight just a little bit. And you're gonna go curl to your shoulders and squat for 10. So it's just a curl, squat, that's 1. So you're working at your own pace for 3 minutes. Once you get done with these 10 curl and squats, you're back to your tricep extension. All right, if you've got 10, tricep extension is next. You are 1 minute and 15 seconds in. So maybe have a goal of 3 sets. That's my goal for now. I'm gonna start working at my own pace without sacrificing form. Perfect, you guys. You've got 40 seconds left. Get done what you can get done. "20 seconds, finish strong. Doesn't matter if you don't get 10 of this last exercise, whatever you're on. And done. That is your 3 minutes. Rest for a second. I'm gonna give you about a minute to recover, and then we're gonna move on. The next circuit is longer because it's a little bit slower. It's 4 minutes, so that's the only difference. It's 4 minutes long. what we're gonna go into is a bent over row and then a single leg deadlift. So you've got your weights, whichever weight you want. I'm gonna show you this with a band as well. But if you've got weights, you're in that bent over position and you're gonna row. 10 rows, like so. All right. Then you've got, let's do 5 to start with. If your 5 start feeling really solid, you can bump this up to 10, but it's 5 single leg deadlifts. If you're a yogi, it's a warrior 3. If you're a dancer, it's an arabesque. Shoulders are locked, lats are locked. You're hinging at your hips. If this is not a move that you do often, I would drop the weights and simply work on balance and stability. We're gonna go 5 and 5. If you're solid with these, you can up it and maybe do 6 or 8 or whatever you want, just so you're not rushing through. I want you to really kind of slow that down and think about form, because those can be challenging. If you don't have weights for the rows, just get your band here and squeeze. You could do this with a towel also. You're still getting super active in the rhomboids between the shoulder blades and the lats. Okay, so you can do the rows with a towel or with a band or with your weights. We've got 4 minutes on the clock for this one. I'll do it with you, so I'll walk you through it all. Go ahead and grab your weights, get ready for your rows. I'm gonna start with my 12s. I'm gonna get my good bent over position, tabletop back, core is strong to protect my low back. 6, 7, elbows squeeze in towards my ribs, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm gonna keep my weights. Maybe you opt to drop a weight and just hold one, but I'm gonna work my single leg deadlift. I want to work on form and control. So I'm just gonna do 5 so that I don't feel rushed and so that I can feel that standing leg working. And maybe my goal is to get my back leg higher and stronger. That's 5. And I'm gonna switch sides. Now, as I feel more comfortable, I might add on and do 7 next time. Once you get done with these, you're right back to your row. So as you can see, this one just moves a little quicker than that first one. I mean, a little slower. So that's why I added an extra minute, okay? So rows are next. I'm gonna switch to a little bit heavier, and you've still got your 10 bent over rows here. Okay, you're working at your own pace. So if you get done, don't wait for me. So what these circuits are, is they're basically as many rounds as possible. So if we were like in the gym in a class, you might feel a little more competitive and be working faster to get more rounds in. But especially with these single leg deadlifts, that's not really what I want. I want you to feel comfortable with the movement. If you just want to stick with 5, stick with 5. It's always 10 rows. I'd rather see really good form on those single legs than anything else. Back to your rows if you're there. We are 3 minutes in. You've got time for another set. Have a nice little rest at the end, and then we'll work some core. I'm gonna try my weight on one side, a little bit heavier, contralateral, so it's throwing my balance off. "15 seconds left. Hamstrings, glutes, low back is working. QL is fired up. It shouldn't hurt. That is your 4 minutes. Perfect. Good job, you guys. Take a little breather while I show you what's next. We're gonna go back to 3 minutes, and we're gonna work a little more hamstring and glute with some single leg work on our backs, and then a leg rower lat, kind of a lat pull. It's more of an overhead kind of overhead pull. So you're gonna come down to the ground. And this is also one that if you don't have weights, that's fine. But if you have a band, and if you can hook your band up to something like a pole behind you, that would be awesome. I'm going to show you the move, and then if all you have is a band, you can decide if you have anything to hook it up to. I don't have anything, so I can't really show you 100% very well. But the first move is this. Try to get these weights out of the way. I'm laying on my back, and I've got my weight, just one. I'm here. And I'm gonna bring my legs up and my arms up. And as I lower my legs, I'm releasing my arms back behind me. I'm trying to keep them straight, and then I'm coming right back up. Now, if the legs is just too much on your low back, keep your legs straight. Be here, engage your core, and just go straight back. All right, you're trying to keep your arms locked. When I start to come back, my elbows bend. It's because my lats and my triceps are super tight. So I'm gonna go 10 like that, legs or no legs, it doesn't matter, however you wanna do it. Then you can set the weight aside, or if you have a light weight with you, like if you've got a 10, you can use your weight, but you're gonna go single leg glute bridge. So I'm gonna keep the weight on the hip that's lifting, the leg that's working. The foot that's down on the ground is the leg that's working. I'm gonna go 10, and then I'll switch, and I'm gonna go 10. And then I'm right back to those lat pullovers. So it's just those two exercises, 3 minutes. The leg lifts you can do pretty quickly, the single leg glute bridges. So I will do it with you. I'll talk you through it. Clock is gonna go on. I'll give you your options. We are, oopsies, we are starting. So I'm gonna do the legs, but you can opt not to do the legs. Now, if you're doing the legs, only lower the legs so far that you can keep your low back tight to the ground. And you're doing 10. I think I'm on 4. Really keep your core engaged if you are moving through those legs. Then you've got your single leg glute bridge. Weight is on that hip, heel is in close, hamstring, glute. Whew. Notice if one hamstring fires up before the other. Good, you guys. We are halfway. So go ahead and go back to wherever you are, or just keep working. These leg lowers, overhead pulls are challenging. Oh, if you have a band, you'd be holding on to the band, but you'd have to have it hooked up to something behind you. Sorry, I didn't show you that. The challenge with that overhead pull really truly is keeping your core super active. All right, home stretch. 15 seconds, finish strong. I'm just going to try to get through this last set of overheads, pulls. I'm going to drop the legs. Oh, finish what you're on, you guys. That's your time. Cool. All right. So let's see. We are going to go into another 4-minute circuit. We're going to go till 1. If you have to log off in 5 minutes, that's fine. But do this last 4-minute circuit, okay? Because I want to get the rest of this done. I always write a lot. We don't necessarily get it all done, but I want to get through at least this circuit, and I think one more circuit. I think that will be fine. All right, so what we're going to go into is our little triple hop stick. So what that looks like, this is unweighted, is it's just a little 1-2 stick. So hop, 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 hop. We're going to pick up the pace. Hop, 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 stick. Hop, 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 stick. So you're going to count your sticks. So you're stabilizing and balancing on one leg, okay? So here we are. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Does that make sense? You're just counting the sticks, 10 of them. From there, we're going into 5 plank walkouts with a row. So what that looks like is this. Forward fold, walk out to a plank, and then you've got your weights, and you're going to go row, row, and then you're going to walk back up. Now, you have the option, just 5 of these, walk out to your weights. If you don't have weights, that's fine. You can still sort of pretend. And then you could walk back with your weights if you want to. So those are your options. This definitely makes it harder to walk out with your weights. So you got 5 of those. 10 of those would be really torturous. 5 of those, 10 of the triple hops. It's 4 minutes, a little bit longer, just because those walkouts are slower. Let's go ahead and start triple hop with a stick. So you're really just going for kind of agility, balance, here, here, quick feet. Get those glutes fired still, keep them fired. I think I'm on 8, 9, 10. Now I'm gonna do my first walkout just to my weights, and then I'm gonna bring them with me. And I've just got 1 row, 1 row, and I'm gonna walk all the way back. Now you can always come down to your knees when you go into your row. Oh my gosh, I just walked in to town before this class with Isaac, and we got smoothies, and I got like a kale smoothie, and it's not working out with me right now. This is very kale-y. That was 3. I've got 2 more. If walking with your weights really doesn't work for your back, obviously don't walk with your weights. When you come up, it's like you're coming up from a deadlift. Row, row. I'm gonna leave my weights because that's my last one. And I'm gonna come up, and I'm right back to my little triple hop. Shake it out. 1, 2, stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm back to my walkouts. So that quick, gets that heart rate up. And then we've got a little bit more controlled, walking out to the plank, solid plank, row, and walking back with or without your weights, coming up like a deadlift. And once you've done 5, right on back to that little triple hop and stick. We only have a minute left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fast feet. 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna see what I can get in my like 40 seconds that I have left. That's it, you guys. That's your 4 minutes. I've got one more. I just want to get it in. Good. And then rest. All right. I want to do one last circuit. Let's see. Do you want, well, no, we're just going to do it. Okay. 3 minutes. I was going to give you an option, but I decided not to because you'll still get a combination of the two. 3-minute circuit, lunge, pulse, 10 pulses per side. So you're here, and it's just 10, actually, no, let's make it small, 10 quick pulses right here, all right, with weights. Then you're gonna go into a band lat pull. It's gonna feel pretty good. It's okay if you don't have bands. If you've got these guys, you're here, and that's gonna feel really nice. But besides it just being a stretch, I really want you to squeeze your shoulders down and back like you're doing a pull-up, okay? So it'll feel good, but I also want it to feel challenging. So you have to make your muscles work to do that. You have to create that resistance with your muscles as well as the band. If you don't have a band, you can just do this and it works just as well. If you've got like just a small band or a rubber band, like a small rubber hip band, you can do it with those too. This one's too thick, but if you've got a lighter one, okay? So really anything goes, and you don't even need anything for that. So that's all it is. 10 and 10 pulses on the legs, and then 10 lat pulls. So just kind of little finisher, legs and upper body. And that's it. And that's just a 3-minute set circuit. So that will get us out of here right before 1. So let's go ahead and start. Get your weights. 3 minutes is on the clock. And you're just pulsing for 10 little pulses. We're going to get a lot of these sets in. 10. Decide what you want to do with your weights. 10. Give those legs a break. We're going to go lat pull for 10. Don't speed through it. Make it nice. 1, like you're doing pull-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Back to your lunge pulses. Get your weights. Here we go. Holy moly. 10. And 10. Back to your pulses. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. You've got this. 10. All right, get another set of those lunges in, you guys, or your lat pulls, wherever you're at. Woo, that's your time. Good work. Step those feet wide. Take a forward fold. Let your head hang. Shake your hips out from side to side. Oh. And then take a halfway lift. And then just a little side lunge from side to side. Stretch out those inner thighs. Come back to center and fold. Come up to a halfway lift. And then just kind of round your spine. Stretch out that upper back. Heel toe your feet to center. Bend your knees and roll all the way up to a big stretch up to standing. Side stretch. And side stretch.